Hello everyone, it's Schedule Entrepreneur, and now it's time to talk about the future of Uber and who their next potential CEO could be. Because, believe me, the company cannot function long without a CEO. I mean, it barely functioned with a CEO, but they had a particularly bad CEO, someone who's not experienced in business. And once Kalanick was gone, and now that he is gone, it's time to look for a CEO who does have a grasp on business and how to run a company and deal with employees. And apparently, there are two top choices for that position. The first is Sheryl Sandberg. Now, she is the second in command at Facebook, and one of her big talents is raising capital, which is something Uber definitely likes to do. She is being pushed heavily by Arianna Huffington. Now, I personally thought that the board would promote Huffington to CEO. I thought she would be a logical choice for every possible reason, even though I was personally a little hesitant on the matter. But apparently the board does want an outside person to come in and run the company. A part of the way to reshape Uber is to have someone from the outside come in and clean it up. I think they're probably, even though they would probably want Huffington to take the position, their thought process is probably, well, if we do that, then it might give off the impression that we're hiring from within, and from within is where the problems have been coming from. So we can't do that. So we're going to hire from the outside. And Huffington seems particularly bullish on Sandberg. Now, the New York Post reported this. There's another article, and I will link it, where they more or less, there's some insiders, so I don't know how accurate it is, that said that Sandberg was not interested in the position of being the CEO of Uber. And in fact, I think there's a lot of people who aren't interested. I mean, Uber's got such baggage right now that, here's the thing, if you became the CEO of Uber, I've got a hair on my face, and was able to turn the company around to profitability, into being loved again, then you know what? You're the best CEO in the world. You will run any corporation you want. But it's such a tall order that pretty much you have to be a wizard in this business to do that. And pretty much any CEO is worried about going down as the ship. So maybe that's why Sandberg wouldn't want to leave a cushy job at Facebook to join Uber. The other person that they have in mind, should Sandberg not want it, is Tom Staggs, which is an interesting choice because Tom Staggs was actually for a while considered the runner-up, why do I have that hair in my face, to become the new CEO of Disney when Bob Iger's contract expired. But Staggs left Disney, and Iger renewed his contract through 2020, when he will supposedly step down from Disney and launch a bid to be president of the United States. So we're going to have two CEOs running for president in 2020. Boy, and I thought, maybe I haven't seen the craziest election in my life. I don't know. But anyway, so Sheryl Sandberg and Tom Staggs are apparently the two people that the board is most interested in becoming CEO. And who knows how the talks are going. Who knows if they even want the position. Again, it's a tough position to fill because Uber is in a state where you can't just get anyone as a CEO. You really need to get someone who knows their stuff, who knows a thing or two about running a successful business, and can hopefully pull Uber out of the hole they have dug themselves in, or they let Kalanick dig themselves into. And that's going to be difficult, especially because real good CEOs look at Uber as trouble. They look at them as trouble on their career. Now, a very experienced CEO near the end of the career might be willing to take a chance on reviving Uber. At the same time, they're near the end of their life, and it would be their last shot. If they failed, they end their career in disgrace, and no one wants to end their career in disgrace. So, I don't know. I think it's interesting. I would be okay if either of these people ran Uber personally. I've looked at their credentials. I've looked at their work. They seem to have a pretty good idea of what makes businesses successful while valuing employees and doing a good job and basically being decent human beings. So, you know what? If one of them took the job, I think we'd be okay. But we don't even know if they're going to take the job. So It's all speculation at this point. What do you folks think? Would either of these people be good CEOs for you? And I know that, you know, we're comparing to Travis Kalanick, and almost anyone has to be better than Kalanick at this point. But, you know, if you know anything about them, what do you think? Do you think they would be good choices? I would love to know. Comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you like the videos I make, consider becoming a Patreon or buying subscribe from the Great Media Universe store. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.